Let's get set up here. Uh-oh. I think my capture card decided to work. That took a year. Alright, there we go. Where is my dashboard? There it is. Whoa. I think we have one person stuck in the back. That stinks. Everybody else seems pretty A-okay. There's a little bit of a squirrely start in the beginning. We had one person stuck, but other than that, oof. So, with that, qualifying will begin. We'll take a look on be the first out. I think that's Bill Bader in the, what is it, the Mobile One Ferrari? Second. Gotta let everybody know that the stream's up. And I gotta double check the settings. There we go. And remount. Alright, I think we have Bill Bader here on his outlap, so we'll take a look at him real quick. This is Tokyo South Inner Loop, one of the street circuits here for the NGT series, one of the faster circuits as well. We've got on about 3 times fuel wear and 14 times tire wear. It's a 1 plus 15 lap setup, so that's actually right. We had a couple people stuck, but other than that, should be good. I might have to update the settings real quick before the race starts, but I think we're good to go. Alright, coming around near the end of the final sector here, Bill Bader. Going in through the S's, looking mighty quick. To the start-finish line. We have another guy starting his outlap right, or starting his flyer right there. But yeah, coming in, barreling down 135, 136, getting in there with a 156 on the board. Taking a look here, Test Dude in the Calsonic Lexus. And he will slot in right behind Bill Bader, about 3 seconds off the pace. We have 5s in the Petronas Mercedes. And he'll slot in as well, just about behind pace. Prometheus there on his outlap. Paladin barreling down. Where he'll be about 4th position. DJ, the teammate for 5's, taking on P2 right there. Let's see what else do we got. Paladin coming in across the line. I know we have Prometheus. I think everybody's still got a couple more to go. Taking a look at the timings. Prometheus, Hades, and Lana still have yet to set a time. I think Lana is in the Audi. Yep, the Audi R8. We got Prometheus and Hades in the Corvettes. Paladin in the V12 Vantage GT3. We got 5s in the SLS AMG there. Test Dude in the RCO. And Bill Bader and Turismo DJ holding it down on P1 and P2. So, that all set up. So we are looking for some pretty interesting racing today. This is a very toe-heavy track. A lot of trains will be forming. A lot of one-by-ones. You kind of have to go one at a time through a lot of these sections, especially during this, I'm going to say Sector 2, into this hard braking zone here where the pit lane is. Pit lane strategy will be very interesting. It'll be tough to see, exactly when will be the right time to pit because it's not in the starting of the straight. It's in another part of the track, so entry and exits get kind of confusing. Trying to figure that out gets pretty confusing for everybody, so that'll be interesting. Hades exiting the pits. Burned out about a quarter tank of gas, as well as DJ and Bill Bader as well. Jag, the other Calsonic Lexus, finally on a flyer. As he goes around into docks. One of the more technical parts of this track. You can struggle a little bit with the tires here and there. It's all setting yourself up for that exit down into the next part of the end of the sector, and then down this long main straight here. You get a good run out of this turn, and you can just barrel your way down and set yourself up for a really nice drafting zone. I don't expect anybody to pass on this part of the track just because it's so fast and it's so tight and the line is so narrow. But people have proven me wrong many times before, so we'll have to see. Taking a look at Stinks here, finally out on track. He'll be starting from the back due to being stuck. I think him and Calvin are both stuck. Stinks will be starting from the back of the pack. We'll have to see what he can do. Check out his race space here after he finishes his out lap. But yeah, Bill Bader's still sitting there. P1 on the grid. Fi's only about 2/10 off of him. That's not that bad. With Prometheus about a 10th off of him as well. So the AMS boys are definitely holding it down in P1 and P2. The DNA boys are right there behind him. Lanachon starting a very nice time here in P4 in that Audi. That Audi looks mega. It's so tough to drive. Coming around here. This end part as he starts his new flyer lap. So yeah, I think everybody's pretty much posted a time or so. I think we're just waiting on Jack's posted a time as well. 80s has he's posted a couple times, sitting around the 211s. It's not as fast as position. It Stinks here though. We're curious to see what Stinks' race pace will be. So he finishes this out. Take a look at the time machines again. 7 minutes down past qualifying. 10 people on the board. We got Bill Bader sitting at a 1:56.8. Blisteringly fast lap time. Got 5s there and a 1:57 flat. And Turismo DJ, his teammate, right behind him. Got the Prometheus here in the P4 with Lanatron splitting the two teammates out there with him, Lana in P5 and Hades there in P6. And then right there, it's a little bit of a tussle between the Calsonics and the Cadburys. As a P7, we got Test Dude, P8, we got Kaladin, P9, we got Jag, and then P10. So you have to set a time though. It Stinks. Stinks, I think, is coming near the end of his time. Picks up a penalty, so he'll slow down for that. That will ruin his lap time a little bit. So he'll be gonna run it right now. Let's see where you can improve on. Got a 2:03 in that last lap, so not terrible. Puts him at the bottom of the board, yes, due to that penalty mainly, but what can you do? 8 minutes down in qualifying. Still plenty of time for these drivers to put us to a last flying lap. Got Bill Bader here. So we can go for another quick flyer. First part of this track, I think he's chasing one of the Calsonics right there. I think it's also on a flyer. Take a look over there with Jag. Jag's sitting there 2 minutes flat, very good time. Very, very, very respectable time. definitely under threat here from Bill Bader. The Bill. Bill with a little bit of a clip on the wall there on the exit. Kind of mess up his entry here. Every 10th counts because the track is so tight and so narrow, so you need to carry as much speed as you can throughout the entire rest of the track. All of a sudden, you're 5 miles an hour down on the next guy. You're just losing tenths by the minute. PB for him. He needs to claim a second on his lap time in order to be able to get a really good improvement. Climb up there with test tube. He has knocked out the other two Cadburys though. Good stuff for him. Big braking zone. Definitely going to look here for a lot of overtaking opportunities and a lot of defensive plays. Very curious to see where people go. Bill dives into the pits. Doesn't think he can make that flyer work. So he'll go in. Stay on board here with Jack as he makes his way up to the final sector. These S's here. Again, very hard to follow. You got to take a really particular line. Not really a lot of room for you to make a move. It's tough to follow. A little under 4 minutes left in qualifying here. Taking a look here at Caledon. Personal best so far, your lap right there is a 2:01. Got a little bit of a worn tire set up right now. I think he has enough to keep going on the flyer. As he comes across the start-finish line here, see if he was able to improve. Sitting there with a 1:59.8. Very good stuff by Caledon. I'll slot him right back into the middle of those two Calsonics. So let's see if Jag here can get a run. I think he's on a personal best right now. Again, big braking op. He is qualifying on racing mediums. That's the thing you gotta remember. He's doing his qualification run on racing mediums. If he were on softs, he'd probably only get an extra second. Brake a little bit deeper, turn a little bit harder, keep up more speed. It's hard to tell. Across the final turn here, across the start-finish line. And where he'll end up, is it enough? No, not quite. 3/10 off the pace, won't quite get the position back that he needs. It's a reason with DJ here, though. He's finally overtaken Bill Bader, posting the fastest lap of the day with a 1:56.1. So outdoing Bill Bader at 1:56.8. Bill chasing some time now. He's got a lightened car, fresh tires, starting his flyer here. About 3.5 minutes left in qualifying. He can make something work. Starting as a flyer as well. We got enough time for these guys to finish about like this last lap. So if you're on their last lap right now, you should be able to get it done. A lot of these guys here starting their flyers as well. Got Cadbury as well. See if Bader here can still reclaim his top spot. He's got a couple purples set up. His qualifying is coming to a close here. Running through the S's here, needs to keep the speed up. Should be on pace. Coming into the final turn here, swings the car all the way out, using all the track. It's a little bit squirrely on the exit, tucks into the center, stays close to the line, try and get the P1 position back. Will he do it? Boom! A 10th up, showing what the Bill can do. 56, 156 flat. I always believed in you, buddy. 15 seconds left in qualifying. Turismo will not be able to take back that position. Fives is parked on the end. We got Prometheus. Will he be able to squeeze in the lap time before the title line is over? I don't think so. I think he'll be stuck here at P4. Yeah, looks like he'll be stuck there at P4. Alright, here we go. We're going to set the race order. Okay. Wow, the Hades and Prometheus. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right, should be good. Uh-oh. All right. Gonna be getting here, ready to go here soon. Start getting ready to go here very soon, guys. Hold on to your hats, hold on to your stuff. Just letting these guys pick their tires and get set up, talk to the race engineers, etc., etc., etc. And then from there, we'll be on for the race. Is that right? Yeah, I'm right. We're all good to go. What the heck? That's not my stream title. This is definitely not my stream title. Oh, you know what? It's my autoplay videos. Cause I queued up a bunch of videos that are supposed to like debut in the meantime. Cause I just have like a bunch of content from videos past that are just like popping up. I don't know why it's doing that. It's a little weird, but the title should be correct now. Alright, so the game is correct. It's been updated. We're good to go. Thanks for checking in on that. I didn't know it did that. Alright, so we'll be getting ready to go here very soon. Still need to eat, and then we'll be back for more streaming after this. About 20 more seconds left to go. Here we go. Let's go racing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a good, clean, fair, fast, and fun race. Here we are. GTSRL Nitroglycerin Tournament, Season 5, Round 3 at Tokyo South Inner Loop. As always, this is the NGT series. With the NGT series, we always have a bit different of a structure. We have one pace car lap. The car leads all the way around the entire track. The pace car leaves the race, waits for race direction to say go. Once go is heard, the drivers are free to race. Today's race features 10 wonderful drivers. We got Bill Bader up there in pole position, able to swipe it at the last second. We got Turismo DJ's been putting up a wonderful performance there in P2. Five's up there in P3. We got DNA Prometheus right there in P4 with Hades right there behind him in P5. The Lanatron in that Audi right there in P6. Test Dude in P7 in that Calsonic Lexus. We got Kaladin Stormblast in P8. Jag in P9. And I think Stinks is stuck and left the track. Who would be sitting in P10. He did have a pretty good performance there, but just wasn't able to keep up. So, unlucky with Stinks. Myself, so I can hear myself think. Coming up here through this uphill section, this is one of the big braking opportunities here. You can get a really nice toe up this area, and then if you take the inside line, you might be able to shuffle your way in through, get a nice little pass there. Really depends on your entry through this area, because once you enter the docks, it gets a little bit squirrely. You have to be careful of the track limits there with the markers on the tarmac. Exceeding those track limits will hit you with a very hefty penalty because it's very easy to do. We're talking about like a 1 second, 1.5 seconds. After you exit the docks area, we had a little bit of a short sprint down here into this current over here. You want to maintain all your speed that you can. Don't want to scrub off too much speed because you're going to set yourself up for this long straight here. This is one of the longest straights of the course, and it's also one of the straights that allows you to set yourself up for a very long drafting session, gain a lot of speed, but this also forces you to kind of just stay behind the guy. You don't want to fight him too much. You will lose too much speed when you fight it out like that. You want to stay as close as you can and use the slipstream generated by the car in front of you in order to get a nice meaty overtake into the final sector. We're going up through here. Again, staying pretty much single file all the way through. Don't want to fight it out too much. You want to stay pretty much in line. Rounding out into this left kink. This is where you want to begin to set up yourself up for a nice little dive here. If you got enough speed in the setup, if you got enough speed after that long section there, you can definitely go for a break overtaking opportunity here. We're going to see a lot of plays, a lot of people trying to make some moves in that corner, definitely, as the race progresses, especially in these early laps or so. Not sure if the late game will produce that many that overtakes, but we'll have to see. Got Bill Bader still there in P1, very close. Coming up here into the final sector. After this short little uphill climb, I call this part the S's. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Suzuka's S's, but a little bit more tighter, a little bit less forgiving. Again, it's all about maintaining momentum through these corners. They will kind of sneak up on you, throw you a curveball if you're not careful. So again, a little bit of a left right action. After you exit the S's, got one more final turn there. Enough for you to like pull off a pretty decent defense. So with that, the pace car will pull off, and then we wait for the word go very soon. And there we go, racers are off. 15 laps on the dock to go. Bill Bader with a pretty decent start, stays in front. Turismo DJ right there behind him. Gonna look here at this first sector, see what they can do. D-Man Prometheus going a little bit outside. Hades going really wide on the outside there. Can't quite stick with them. Everybody more or less makes it out there pretty okay. We got Hades making a run now on 5, decides to back off just a little bit. And then we got DJ staying super close with Bill Bader. Bill Bader already forced to go defensive there. Setting ourselves up for this nice heavy breaking point. Dives in there. Bill Bader, excellent defense. Gets a little bit more understeer on the way out and goes super wide. DJ will sneak up away there. Oh, we got a bit of a crash in the back. It's like Bill Bader lost about 3 or 4 positions there. Either he got bumped or just too much understeer. Just threw him out on the end of the track. There was a crash there. I think it was one of the DNA boys that got caught up in that and got thrown into the back of the pack. I think that was Hades. A couple guys here picking up a couple penalties here from some wall bumping and grinding. Not allow the rest of these guys to start to skate through. Got Hades finally overtaking Fives there, sitting up there into P2. DJ very much in control of this race with a 1.7 second lead already. We got Lanatron staying out of trouble all the way getting up into P4 there. 6 seconds off the pace, but he's within that slipstream zone. He's not in too much trouble. We got a little bit of a tussle right in the back here as Test Dude is duking it out here with the Bill Bader. Bill Bader again forced to go defensive. Looks towards the outside, stays to the inside. Test Dude kind of thought he had the room for it. Decides to back off at the last second. Doesn't really want to get into too much trouble with the Bill. As Kaladin gives him a little bit of a love tap there in the back there. Hades got a lot of work to do. He's 3 seconds off everybody, 10 seconds off the leader, but he's got the race pace to keep it up all the way up. So we'll have to see what he can do in terms of strategy there. But DJ, again, very much staying in control of this race, leading in the lap 1, avoiding a lot of the carnage there, getting that wonderful pass on the Bill to take that P1 position at the end of lap 1. Very riveting lap 1, right? I'd say so myself. Got Fives there, sticking there with Lanatron and Prometheus there. Bill Bader back up into P5, doing everything he can to catch right back up to the top of the pack, top of the pack where he belongs. Took a little bit of a breath there. Okay, dive in. Start here of lap 3 of 16 here. Bill Bader a little bit squirrely in the exit, but the rest of these guys are staying pretty much single file. Looking here at this 2, 3, and 4 battle. Looks like Prometheus already going towards the defensive at 5. Gets a really decent run on him. I think Fives might be able to squeeze the position. Yes, he does. But again, this breaking point matters a lot. He does get the cutoff. Able to keep the position through the docks. So good stuff by Fives. Nice run all the way up through there. And remember, guys, drafting is very, very strong. Pretty much able to do a position flip a lot of times. So I do plan to see a lot of overtaking going on here. But Fives will skirt away back into position 2, where he's up on his team, or he's, I think it's like up on his teammate, or improvement on his starting position there. So he'll be good. He'll be good company. This again, has a lot of work to do. He's sitting on racing medium, so he doesn't quite have the grips that Fives has here on the racing sauce, but he is suffering from less wear, so he will be able to stay a little bit longer. And the fact that he's so fast on those racing mediums also, you know, begs the question too. Take a look there as we cycle through the rest of these guys. Bill Bader escaping the rest of his carnage, sitting there on racing mediums as well. Got Test Dude and Jag, teammates sticking it out, trying to stay as close as they can. And then we got Hades there, making a charge towards the rest of these guys. Not too far off. Jag going around the hairpin corner there, staying as close as he can with his teammate. Hades a little bit wide, but still sticking with it. We got our first pit stop very early on. Very early on, we got our first pit stop. We got Bill Bader swapping over to the racing sauce instead of the racing mediums. So, race engineers have called in Bill Bader do a bit of a strategy swap, so I might go here for a more multi-stop strategy than the rest of these guys. See him probably stopping for 3. He just has to rely on his qualifying pace and just really claw it back. Hoping for a couple of overcuts here once the rest of the group goes through the pits. It'll be a while before that as we enter in lap 4 of 16 here. DJ still very much in control of this race. Has been pretty much all day. The lead is sitting at a pretty healthy 2 seconds, I want to say. Fives again, doing pretty well here. Sitting there on the racing softs, getting through docks, relative ease. Prometheus just can't keep up with him in the corners with that. A little bit of a wall bang there for Fives. So he'll be struggling as he exits to that corner. See if to pick up a penalty though, so I think he'll be fine. He started to catch up on his teammate there. Is that with team orders, or did DJ just make a mistake? The world may never know. He was the second off his pace. Something's up with DJ. He's losing a lot of pace through here. And Fives is gaining on him. What used to be 2 seconds, now is 1 second. It's sketchy. Either DJ was just closing the gap on Fives, just those two can work together and like pull off and get away from Prometheus, or DJ's doesn't quite have the race pace that he's looking for in order to stay in front. But now they're within the second gap of each other. That's enough. Fives crucially out of that 1 second gap, so Prometheus will not be able to take advantage of Fives' slipstream. But Fives is able to latch on to DJ very well. Able to stay in front. Taking a look at Lanatron here. He's 2 seconds back from Prometheus, but he's 7 seconds up from the next guy, which is Test Dude here. So pretty much can run his race. Test Dude though, up in P5. That's a pretty good position for him. So he got into a little bit of a tussle there with Hades. Hades finally climbing the leaderboard after that initial first lap spin, or punts it to the wall or whatever. He's doing his job to climb to the leaderboard. So far though, the only guy that has pit is Bill Bader, and he swapped to the racing sauce, so he's on a different strategy from the rest of these guys. He's working on just amassing all the pace that he can to just really barrel through. A little bit of a wall bank there on the exit. Fives to make it out okay, and so did Prometheus there. Not trying to get too far back. I think for now the race is pretty much settled. I don't think we're seeing too many battles here until the first round of pit stops gets underway, but I think these top 3 guys will stay A-okay. Lanatron again running his own race. Lana in the Audi R8 there. Pretty banging livery, if I must say so myself. Back here, we got Hades in front of Test Dude. Looks like that we get that pass done pretty easily. Now he's back up into P5. He's got Lana to chase down, but that's 9 seconds away, and Lana is not a slow driver, so he'll have to get something. Either elongate his stint here on these racing mediums, or go for the cutback. Maybe swap to some racing softs. Test Dude, I think he went a little bit wide there. Yeah, he does pick up a penalty. Test Dude right now, 1.4 from hitting the wall, so we'll have to find a place to slow that down properly. Get off the racing line. We got Bill Bader beginning his recharge up it through the cranks. He's got the 2 Calsonic Lexuses in front. Bill, not only a fast driver, but a brilliant overtaker as well. Get to make some passes here. Barrels down the main around the short back straight. It's a pretty decent position. As he goes through docks, get the other pass done there on Jag. He should be in a position where you should be able to, yeah, it's a little bit squirreling the way out. He's able to hold his position there so far. But the 2 Lexi are not letting him go. As they begin the barrel down the main straight. The Lexi are in the slipstream zone for Bill, so they can definitely get a tow here. He's working their way through the tunnel. Take a look here at the front. See if there's anything going on there. Ooh, Fives getting a little bit. Got messed up there, but him and DJ going on to the pits. We got Lanatron and Prometheus staying out. So Lana's still sticking with the racing sauce. He's 1.5 seconds off of Prometheus. That's an interesting play right there. Hades up to P5. Now under threat from Fives, who has just come out of the pits with his teammate DJ. The DJ is 2 seconds up on Fives. Hades on the slower setup right now. Fives have to do something here to get in front of him quickly. He needs to get right back up to his teammate. Looking at it, Fives hits the wall, or Hades hits the wall, and Fives will take that position right back from him. They're not too far off. Sees those guys in sight. The pit stop did shake things up pretty well. Fives now back into P4. He's got Lana and Prometheus. Still waiting to pit. Will it be enough? Will there be enough of a window for those guys to be able to maintain their P1 and P2 positions? We'll never know. Lana is probably itching for a pit stop here sooner or later. He's got enough fuel to make this whole stint work. And looking at his lap times, taking him too far off yet. So I think he should be fine to go out a couple more laps. Taking a look at Prometheus here as well. 2 minutes in the last lap. I was thinking like 157s or so for the last 3 or 4. So again, not too bad. Really work on trying to extend the stint. It really depends on what DJ and Fives will do. Because unless you can outpace them for an entire one more stint, then you kind of lost it. It's tough to hold off that lead in that situation. Braking zone. Will these two guys pit? Nope, they stay out again. We got Hades coming into the pits. Spot a refuel. Looks like the DNA boys are on different strategies. Prometheus sitting up there in P1. Strategies have to shift when you're in different positions. With Hades in the back, you can be a little bit more liberal. Take more opportunities to take tires and get more undercut opportunities. Prometheus is kind of more stuck at the top. Like he'll be kind of be forced to kind of think about his strategy a little bit more in the long-term game. He doesn't want to lose too much time compared to the guys on P2 and P3. A bit of a bang on the way out. Will he pick up a penalty? I think he'll be fine for the most part. Prometheus will stay out a little bit longer on the Racing Williams. Big braking into this first sector here, entering docks. Monotron not too far off. He's doing a pretty good job, I'd say. There's DJ. 2 seconds off from the Lonatron. With Fives about 3 seconds back, 3.5 seconds back as he had to fight there. I think we have a Bill Bader in P5 right now. With Hades going to the pits, Bill Bader icon to P5. But he's probably going to have to pit here again real soon. The unorthodox pit stop strategy from Bill Bader is going to like really play a nickel here in the midfield. What is going to be the move? Taking a look here, I think we have Prometheus going into the pits. Yes, we do. I think we have Lonatron also staying out. Lana is staying out. So with Prometheus into the pits, Lana will stay out on the racing sauce. I think he's just going to drive the tires until they break. We got DJ here with some way more grip there. Available for him to exploit. But I think the main thing here for Lana is just to avoid a tussle in the back. We got Test Tube Jack and Bill Bader again entering the pits for another fuel stop and tire stop. Looking for some kind of passing opportunity on Lonatron. About a 10 separate these guys. He looks towards the inside. He's looking for it. He gets the run up. Beats into braking. Able to stick inside there. Has enough grip for the car to stick and gets the pass perfectly done. But Lana is not that far up behind him. He should have the run here on the exit to take back P1 as DJ begins to defend. Will stick towards the inside as they go here side by side into docks. Heavy braking opportunity. Looking for that braking point. Good break. Lana running right next to him. Pretty much staying close as he can with the grip of the tires that he has. You do have to wonder, like, how much is it worth him at fighting this fight? Seeing it, he gets a little bit squirrely in the end. He knows Fives is right behind him. He's barely within slipstream range. He needs slipstream range through this corner to just break up enough pace for him and the Prometheus guys. Looks like he's just out of it, so not quite enough for him to be able to make a good run. He should be in a pretty decent position here to get into the pits, get a nice little splash and dash, and hopefully come out ahead of Prometheus or Bill Bader, who definitely want to avoid fighting that midfield battle. He's sitting pretty good here in P2 for most of the first half of this race. here. What will the Lanatron do? As expected, dives into the pits. So we see where he ends up going in here. Prometheus should be able to get the easy pass there on Lanatron. Take a look at Hades coming up through the top. Finishing up that very fast long straight sector. It goes hard into the braking opportunity, or hard into the braking hairpin. And should get the pass here. Oh, Lana exits the pits in P4, so Lana will get the split here on the Prometheus guys. He's 8 seconds back from DNA Prometheus, who should be fine for a couple more, definitely a couple more laps. I don't think Lana's set up right now is geared to go all the way to the end, but he doesn't know that he has one more pit stop left to go. Hades as well. Hades will have to pit first to get fuel, so I think Hades and Prometheus will be pitting first, and then Lana will be able to stay out just a little bit longer. Here at Bill Bader with a quarter tank of gas, but pretty much on top of fuel. He's going to keep that car pretty light as he runs through the race. Again, losing a lot of positions there in the beginning, and then going for that early pit stop. Who knows if that was the strategy to go for, or will bite him back in the end. He had a wonderful qualifying performance, and he seems to have matched that qualifying performance here, scoring the fastest lap in the last lap there in the B9, the 156 flat. We'll see. Taking a look here at the Calsonic boys with Kaladin, not that far off. They've got pretty much running their own race, Valley and giving the opportunity to each other. They're both on the same strategy. Yep, racing mediums. Tessie having a little bit more fuel there. Taking here Calvin on the racing sauce. Quarter tank of gas though for him. Coming down here through the main straight. Take a look at the battles happening up here to the top. We got DJs and Fives here, pretty much uncontested. They got a pit stop due here pretty soon. Take a look at their fuel and tires. It's coming very much, I want to say at the end of on this next lap here, in lap 11, those two will probably pit at the same time. Prometheus will have the opportunity to take the lead back from Fives and DJ, but will he have... I don't think he'll have the fuel to keep up, to stay out there long enough. But he might be able to get it done with the overcut. So if he overcuts Fives and DJ, I think he'll be able to take the P1 when they enter the pits and keep P1 in the end. Lanatron about 9 seconds back from Prometheus, and he's been able to outpace Hades pretty well. Hades really rigging in those tires, and Lanatron's been doing a really good job of keeping those tires in check. And no drama there from those guys. So I think he's pretty much content with like where he is right now, because he knows like how he's been driving, but he's still logging some really fast lap times. Got 5 laps here left to go here in the rest of the session. Will he have enough to get it all the way back towards the top 5? We'll have to see. Test 2, 21 seconds back. He's right there with Kaladin Stormbless. Looking towards the inside, like Kaladin got the split on these two. Kaladin there, getting a little bit wide on the way out. Looks like Jacob will be able to cut right through there. Ooh, just barely able to get that pass. Good job, Jack. Finding enough space and going for that gap when it was there. Yep, so Fives and DJ, as predicted, have entered the pits. Prometheus, as predicted as well, will stay out. He needs pace to stay out as well. Lanatron will slot back into P2, and Hades into P3 right now. So Prometheus will pit, possibly, I think the big thing to watch out for is see if he's fuel saving. Because if he is fuel saving, so if he is fuel saving, then he might be able to make it to the end of this race on these tires, and therefore take the P1 victory there, which is a brilliant move by the DNA boys. Lana there in P2, doing a very good job of managing his tires as well. Hades here. Oops. Looks like it's going to be under threat here from Fives. Bill Bader up into P5 will be forced to go into this lap as well. Strategy just not working out to Bill Bader's advantage here, but he's finally able to fight with the big boys a little bit. And looks like we got Prometheus here, a little bit under threat there. Low fuel, low tires, so he'll definitely go into the pits. I think Hades will pit with the Bill, and then depending on where those two come out, how much they fuel, it'll be interesting to see. Fives with a little bit of a wall bang, picks up a penalty, we'll have to back off. And I think that keeps Bill kind of in possession. No. So DJ making the pass there on Bill Bader. Giving that car everything that it's got, man. Despite. So yes, Prometheus has entered the pits. Lanatron should be staying out. I think Lana is geared to go all the way to the end of the race on this strategy. The Professor does it again. He's in one. He's in P1. So if nothing else changes, I think Lana here is set up to win this round. Didn't have the flashiest qualifying performance, but he knows that strategy here really is the king. Bill Bader going for that more aggressive pace route and wasn't quite able to make up enough time here because everybody else is pretty much within tenths of each other. Seconds, literal seconds. But 3 laps here to go. We got the Audi here leading up there in P1. Lana demonstrating a perfect race here in terms of just outputting strategy that has worked out for him. As you can see right now, he's there in P1. We got DNA Prometheus here in P2. So we got pretty lucky there on strategy, running a little bit longer there on those racing mediums to outpace 5 there. Fives and DJ. Fives and DJ. P3 and P4. They were pretty much 1 and 2 for a lot of this race, and then strategy kind of got them in the back. So not quite able to reclaim. They'll have to really wring the car out to try and get back those positions there because they definitely deserve to be at the top. Got Hades here sitting in P5, racing soft quarter tank. He's pretty much going for fastest lap at this point. Like, what else can you do? Bill Bader here. Unfortunate, he got a little bit caught up in the beginning of the race into turn 1, down through docks, and just lost a lot of positions there from unfortunate contact. So go to race review later to go through over that. Test Dude and Jag have just been dueling with each other pretty much all night long, and it's kind of fun to see 2 teammates fight. You know, you got people like Fives and DJ kind of maintain a filing order, and you know, maybe the pits get them. The pits will flip the order depending on like who fuels more, fuels less, and that kind of thing. But Test Dude and Jag have just been sticking with each other pretty much all night long, just fighting it out. It's been fun. Go on board with these guys for a little bit. Full advantage of each other's slipstream. Stay close as Jag looks towards the inside, backs up again, stays for the outside. He thinks about it a lot. Takes the tighter line in. Doesn't quite have the speed to escape. Test Dude will stay in front of Jag there. Coming in through this final sector here into the S's. Again, literally bumper to bumper. A little bit squarely there. Picks up a big wall bang. Let's find a place to burn that off. Yeah, start finish straight. So that leaves up a lot of space there on Test Tube. Kaladin running his own race, about 11 seconds back from the rest of these guys. Pretty much good to go all the way to the race again. So there it is. A little bit of drama forming here with Lanatron now getting under pressure here from DNA Prometheus. Lana on the more worn strategy. He's got 2 laps to defend this. Prometheus definitely in a position there to take this at the last second. That mighty, mighty toe being generated there by Lana. Lana goes towards the inside. 6 for the outside. Lana using all the track, just trying to pressure him out. How long can he defend? Ooh, the cutback there from Prometheus gets the run out on the end. Lana was powerless. He had the right strategy in mind, but now he's going to do everything he can just to stick with DNA Prometheus here. Maybe Lana will be able to take that position back there. Let's see. His unworn tires, going to be super, super tight. There's a lot of speed there in the S's as well, compared to Prometheus' overall grip. Bill Bader going to the pits for the final time. A little bit of a wall bank there on the way out. No big penalty. And yeah, 2 laps to go. Prometheus 1.5 seconds up. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sum. Elvin, thank you very much. Nice to see you again. That's 7 months? That's kind of crazy. Cycling through the order here. A couple more laps left to go here for these guys. Take a look here at DJ. He's pretty much been riding in P1 for a lot of this race, but now is like 3 seconds back from Lanatron and Prometheus. Lana should be in a position where he should be able to run the rest of the race out and finish up on top, or in a podium slot, which is good because like he's using strategy to his advantage, and it's paying out for him, giving him like a very nice top spot. Got 5s here in P4 behind his teammate. Much like running his own race now as he rounds to the end of this sector here. So Lanatron scoring a 159 the last lap. We got a 157 here from DJ. 5's not too far off from there as well. Let's take a look at it here in the back. Hades pretty much split off. No challenges from him anytime soon. We got Bill Bader as well. Not quite able to hit fastest laps, but he's just basically running to the end of the race. Got Test Tube there. And with Jag right behind him. Jag has finally caught back up. He's using the substitute to his advantage to really close that gap down after that unfortunate last lap tussle. Cowden in the back over there. And the final lap here with DNA Prometheus. He's been doing really well because the strategy has played out for him. Bring that alternate strategy to Hades. Take on board here with Lanatron sitting right there in P2. He's just basically ran the whole race as expected. Hopefully he'll have enough fuel to make it all the way to the end. I suspect that he will. It'll be tight, but I think he'll be fine. We got DJ here in a pretty much similar situation here. Down to the wire here on fuel. Tires are pretty much shot. Same position here as Lana. Yeah, if you think about it, Lana's been out longer, but able to manage his tires better, which allows him to stay out, who allows him to keep up these pretty consistent lap times in 157s and 158s. And that puts him here in P2 position. Well-timed pit stops, well-management of tires, and you know, staying out of trouble here. It's the Lanatron here up into P2. You can't discount Prometheus though. He's done well. Stayed up near the top of the pack, got out of trouble, got some positions up there from Bill's mistake in the beginning, and pretty much dominated the second half of this race here post that pit stop. Coming up here through the final sector. Don't think we'll see any battles shaping up here in the end as DJ rounds this corner with 5s right behind him. Hades coming down the main straight. Bill Bader through the tunnel. We got a Test Dude and Jag as well fighting it out in the end. Callan in the back. This is it. Congratulations to DNA Prometheus as he rounds the final corner onto that start-finish straight. Wonderful play. There's it, your race winner, DNA Prometheus. Congratulations to Lanatron too. Beautiful strategy from him, putting himself into the P2 position. Turismo could have been better. P3 was all I had to take. 5s as well. Almost could have made a podium slot. Just got outpaced by strategy. Hades P5. DNA boys in P1 and P5 there. I think the Mercedes guys will walk out with a better win here today. Got Bill Bader. Pretty unfortunate. Ooh, big slide. So gotta finish the race, pony. Big slide on the way out. Big 3-second penalty too. So Bill Bader will take P6. An unfortunate start to Bill's race there, but he'll slot right into P6. We got Jag and Test Dude. Ooh, almost photo finish there for those two guys, but Jag will edge out his teammate Test Dude there. And Kaladin coming in across the line. There you go. And there it is. That's your race. NGT round 3 at Tokyo. Four position gains. That's good. Well, there you go, everybody. That's the race results for you. Congratulations to DNA, Prometheus, Lanatron, and DJ for those P1, 2s, and 3. We'll see you guys next time for another round